Apple put out a press release the other day announcing some key new features to secure your iPhone and your other Apple devices. So in this video, let's unpack the 3 ways that Apple is going to be protecting your data and adding more protection to your devices and your information. Let's get started. The first thing announced in their press release was iMessage contact key verification. It's a long name, I can't even remember it that well. iMessage is already encrypted, but Apple is adding a second layer to this encryption. People such as journalists, human rights activists, and government ministers and those sort of people, they'll be able to verify that their conversations are only being read and interpreted by the people who they're being sent to. Apple says that, quote, "The vast majority of users will never be targeted by highly sophisticated cyber attacks, but the feature provides an important additional layer of security for those who might be. Conversations between users who have enabled iMessage contact key verification will receive automatic alerts if an exceptionally advanced adversary, such as a state-sponsored attacker," geez, this is a bit insane, "were ever to succeed breaching cloud servers and inserting their own device to eavesdrop on these encrypted communications." Apple are using very fancy terminology because only these features will really have to be used by fancy people. Also, with this feature, iMessage contact key verification users can compare a contact verification code on another call, a FaceTime call, or in person. The second feature announced in this press release was security keys. This is basically for the same group of people who use the iMessage contact key verification: celebrities, journalists, or members of government. If you enabled this feature, you would have to bring a physical security key and verify that by either bringing it near your device or inserting it into your device to verify that you are the person signing in. It basically expands on two-factor authentication. There would most likely only be one key in the world that had access to your account, so getting access to it would be near impossible. But the third feature, and the most talked about feature, is advanced data protection for iCloud. Apple says that advanced data protection is Apple's highest level of cloud security, giving users the choice to protect the vast majority of their most sensitive iCloud data with end-to-end encryption, so that it can only be decrypted on their trusted devices. For users who opt in, Apple say that advanced data protection keeps most iCloud data protected, even in the case of a data breach in the cloud, by end-to-end encrypting it. There are 14 data categories in iCloud that already use end-to-end encryption, such as your passwords in iCloud keychain, as well as your health data, definitely your health data. If you enable advanced data protection, that number would go up to 23, and this would include your iCloud backups, your notes, and your photos. But this stands out, especially for backups. Previously, there was always a way where law enforcement agencies were having a back door into getting into your data, just in case they were trying to, bust a criminal or something. But now, because of this new feature, basically all of their back doors have been shut, because since Apple can't see the data, they can't give the data away. Even though Apple still makes it clear that iCloud Mail, contacts, and calendars are unable to be encrypted due to the need to, quote, interoperate with global email, contacts, and calendar systems, there are basically no doors available for these law enforcement agencies to get into people's data. And while privacy is normally good for the user, sometimes you do need to have a backdoor open just in case. And while I'm editing the video, I'll add that the FBI actually put out a statement basically saying that, quote, "This is bad, we have to catch criminals using these methods sometimes, and shutting this backdoor won't make it easier for us to do it." That's basically what it was along the lines of. So it'll be interesting to see how Apple responds to this, because previously when they've been requested to do things like this by the FBI, they've done it. But now obviously they don't have this route anymore, so it'll be interesting to see how they do it. Also, the other issue, which isn't as pressing as this issue that I've just discussed, but basically, if you lose access to the way in which you access your data, aka your password, your key, your devices, you basically can't get back in. If you have this feature, Apple says how, quote, "Because Apple will not have the keys required to recover your data, you'll be guided to set up an alternative recovery method in case you ever lose access to your account. And for the people who don't set up this alternative method, Apple will most likely feel rocks for you if you come begging for it again." So that's the spiel about securing your selfies and stored documents. Store that secure sign-in stick in a safe place, or you might be sobbing when it gets stolen. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.